And what if he was that kind of go-between kind of busser? It's kind of a buffer between us and them. Where he's like, okay, I'm going to kind of pretend like I have them. Because if I pretend like I have them, they'll focus their attention on me and kind of leave you guys alone for the moment. Now with him removed, there's nothing standing between us and them except our ability or lack of the ability to negotiate with them, find out exactly where they stand and what we have to do to continue to keep them at bay while we do what? Find Osama. Because he's not done. He's not done. That's why he's laughing at us and sending us tapes every couple of months saying, catch me if you can. Maybe one day we will. I still believe that's where we should have gone first.
I agree.
We should have gone there first. And it's not our responsibility as a nation to support someone's effort to avenge their parent. I don't even think his dad said that's a good idea, son. Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And we can only blame so much on what didn't happen in the Gulf War. We can only blame so much on what Bill Clinton may or may not have done during his presidency. But right now we have a 2-term president. Sometimes, it takes 2 terms. The first term is you clean up what was left for you. The second term is you work really hard to bring about the promises that you claimed when you ran. And if prayerfully people give you a second chance, then you're working your off to do what you said you're going to do, but it hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't.
He got a second chance. And we're nowhere closer than where we were when he got the first term. Maybe little things have happened, but not big enough to impact us as a country. We talked before on our last episode about the economy. We're still in a war. And even though they've had a surge, now they're saying, well, maybe the surge might not work the way we thought it was going to work, even though it's working. Do we know when our troops are coming home? Do we know we're going to completely de-escalate and people aren't going to be there and keep being redeployed? And that kind of, they did a movie about it, that kind of deployment where just about the time you have been discharged, you come home, you land, and before you've been able to even exhale, they say, oops, but we're sending you back, son.
It's
Where's
horrible.
the fairness in that?
Life isn't fair, and one of the reasons why I'm appalled by George W. Bush is I've heard a lot of listening to radio, talk radio. I've heard a lot. The basic speculation is that the generals are furious with Bush because he didn't give them the resources. And John McCain has been credited lately for finally encouraging Bush, to get more troops in there. Why in the world wasn't that done in the beginning?
Because he had another agenda.
Yeah, well, he supported his people to a fault. He supported Donald Rumsfeld to a fault. Rumsfeld had the thought, I'm going to tone down the military, we've got the modern technology. But guess what? Modern technology, when you got terrorists coming in with roadside bombers, you got to have troops on the ground.
That's true.
And it's just complete mismanagement, and the morale's down, and really bad things are happening because he completely mismanaged it. And I have no idea how to get out of Iraq. I'm not a military leader.
Other than just leave?
You can't just leave if you just leave.
Not just, okay, everybody pack up, let's go. But there can be something put in place so that you're not actively there anymore. I mean, from what I understand, we're still in Korea.
Right.
Now, there's no active war going on there, but we have who we have there for some reason. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
And that had to be done according to some kind of plan. I think that I don't think we should always go in and be part of a war and leave everything in shambles. But I really don't think it's our responsibility to do so much for the country that they never really learn how to do it for themselves. And so there's that separation anxiety. It's almost like a kid on the first day of school. Can I really survive if you leave me? And they're watching the station wagon drive away and not knowing what's going to happen to them when they're safe. And it may take them the whole first week to realize that, but I think based on what people are saying and what soldiers are saying when they come back, there's a lot of good stuff going on over there. But is it really being reported to us? Really?
Yep.
And is there enough in place that we can really start? You know, is Obama so far off when he thinks that as president, which he wouldn't officially take office till January, that within 16 months from there, he could have the majority of the troops home? Is that so far-fetched?
16 months, I don't think it's far-fetched. The problem I have with Obama is he's got all these ideas, and I understand that he doesn't want to be specific about them because he doesn't want McCain to steal his ideas. But I have a problem supporting a candidate who gives me a shopping list of ideas without giving me any hint of how he's going to accomplish any of that.
So he needs to be, for me at this point, he needs to be specific.
Yeah.
We've heard him speak. You know, we've seen him
He's
channel
not
those
that
Bobby
eloquent
Kent.
off off script, he's not, in my opinion.
The thing is that I'm not looking for eloquence. I'm looking for somebody who can speak off their feet, who can get off the teleprompter, who can have flaws that I understand because we all have them. But what I need to see from him is I need to see him be specific.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a situation, whether you're talking to the Democratic Convention, whether you're trying to spar with Bill O'Reilly, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But you know, I used to think I wanted to be him when I grew up. But it's kind of like if you're going to speak, especially off the cuff, be specific. Say, you know what? Now it's time for me to break this down.
Let me get, if I may, because I've got a lot of experience in the LA Unified, as you fully know.
Yes.
So I want to hit on what Obama said about turning our educational system into this world-class system. First of all, I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me.
No, but good. I want to know what you're thinking because you know how ingrained we are.
I have personally been to several schools in inner Los Angeles, not the opulent side of West LA.
Right.
Recently have built brand new underground parking garages. One of the things that have happened recently is they've built quite a few new schools so that they can go away from the year-round to the more traditional.
They've done in the valley too.
A lot of them. I've been to these brand new schools. They're nice. That cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the school district is saying we're underfunded. They're not underfunded. And how are you going to get world-class education when there's no discipline being enforced in the classroom? See, that's for me, and I've heard a lot of tenured teachers refer to this. When a kid goes nuts in a classroom and the administrator won't do anything about it, and the parents or guardian won't do anything about it, what's Barack Obama or John McCain going to do to solve that problem or even improve upon it?
Well, see, here's the thing. Do they really understand, you know, what the problem is at the grassroots level? Are they really in touch with teachers and administrators and students? Do they really read the articles that I have read recently where it's not just LA Unified School District that's having a big problem, but there are schools in other states like Georgia, like places to the east where, yes, teachers are being accosted and attacked and raped in their classrooms. And then, while they're being treated by paramedics, the principal says, well, you must have done something to provoke these. So what did you possibly do? And I'm thinking to myself, who wants to be in a war zone like that?